day one of my solo pilgrimage to Mount Shasta. Got off on a little bit of a rocky start. The morning I took just nice and slow and packed up and had a little trouble getting the a propane tank on the truck and had to ask for help. But you know what's so cool about humans is they are happy to help. And so we got on the road, and I was just having a grand old time, just singing and driving and enjoying the beautiful scenery. And it was not paying attention to the gas. So I had to pull over, and thankfully I had filled up the extra gas tanks, and it got me enough to get to the next gas station. Yay, there was a dispensary by the gas station, so I got myself some edibles and pre-rolled joints, and then was more careful to map where the next gas station was that I was going to need. And throughout my meandering, decided that I was going to want to stop somewhere sooner than I had originally planned. I was planning on going to Honey Lake. I wanted to drive all the way through Nevada yesterday and get in California, but I didn't really, my first time setting up camp by myself, I didn't want to do it in the dark. So I pulled over and looked around a little bit closer to where I was and found Pyramid Lake. This is Pyramid Lake. Look at this. So I found a beautiful camping spot right as the sun was setting, and it was just magnificent. Oh, the colors on these red rock mountains and the lake, and got to set up camp as the sun was setting, and also the moon. I got to watch the moon set as well, and there was fireworks on the beach, so I got an extra surprise, extra bonus. It was really cute. Just this yesterday, my friend Erin sent me this beautiful blessing that just made me sob. Just so beautiful to have people that just believe in you and love you and support you and like know your mission and your purpose. And you know, Jerry just like so supportive, you know, when I called him when I ran out of gas because I could not figure out how to make it work. The funnel thing, and to like twist it and push it down. I did not know this. Twist, push down. So and I'm just laughing as I call him, like, babe, I ran out of gas, or I'm going to run out of gas. So he just laughs and he's like, adventure, you know, and just to be so loved and like, you know what, trusted that I can take care of myself, even though sometimes I probably can't. You know, and how like, oh my gosh, people just take care of this for me. People have always taken care of these things for me. I haven't had to worry about the gas. So bless my cute little heart. Watch the fireworks, and I drum because I'm starting to feel a little nervous because it's dark. And, you know, my imagination's pretty vivid, and I'm like, are there Kelpies that are going to come get me? Or there, you know, and I've like see things out of the corner of my eyes. And is it like spirits? Is it, what are the skinwalkers? Because this is native land, you know, and I'm like, okay, Jenny, like, whew, we're okay. So I grabbed my drum and I brought my, my void womb drum. And so I start drumming it and just shaking, you know, just the Shakti shake to and making that sound, and just drumming the energy and moving the energy. And then I'm remembering A Course in Miracles lesson that and prayer that has just really saved my ass the last week. And the lesson is, I am a child of God itself. Themself, herself, his self, whatever. works for you. So it's like, I'm just repeating it personally. I'm a daughter of God herself. I am a daughter of God herself. Like, oh my God, like, right? And the prayer is, I can experience no suffering. I can feel no pain. I cannot lose anything or anyone. And I cannot fail what salvation asks of me. Oh my God, what a relief. I can't fail what is asked of me. On the drive yesterday, part of the drive I was listening to Charles Eisenstein's, I think that's his name, Sacred Economics. So I'm really trying to figure out this whole money thing that is like wrapped up in identity and value and not just with me, like just societally, culturally, but also me, right? I'm having a sort of existential crisis about it, not gonna lie. And so I'm like, help, anyone. And as he's talking about, in Guatemala, they don't go to the doctor and say, my child is sick. I am healthy, my child is sick. It's like they say, my family is sick, or my tribe is sick, or my community is sick. It's like saying, my liver is sick, but I'm healthy, just my liver is sick. It's like a part of us. And I take that personally one step further, because God created everything, right? That includes the earth. So I can't separate myself from the earth like I can't separate my liver from myself. I am one of the earth. And so that just, like, that whole thought process happened, and it's like, I am safe. I am so safe. I am home. Actually, I am home. And in this like fear state that I was, and I was shaking and drumming and like, okay, I'm safe. I remember it's okay. I did call in Saint Germain and the Violet Flame, because that's just really come into my life a lot lately. When I was planning to go on this trip, my friend Ellie sent me a video of Mount Shasta, and they were talking a lot about Saint Germain and the Violet Flame and like the I Am Temple and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I'd heard of Saint Germain and the Violet Flame, and I knew the Violet Flame was like psychic protection and power and intuition, third eye stuff. But that's kind of really it. So it's like, oh, that's cool, Saint Germain, yeah. And then I was at a mental health fair, and there was a booth there that had the Violet Flame and pictures of Saint Germain and Jesus. And I went and talked to the guy, and he was really nice. And he came back to my booth and brought me a couple of little mantra cards, altar cards. And he like sat there and did them with me. And he was so excited. Oh my gosh. It was like, I felt like being at a church revival. And he asked me to sign up they were doing this series on sound healing over Zoom. And I was like, hell yeah, that sounds awesome. With not a lot of intention to actually go, but I was sitting at home in the hot tub actually, and opened up my email and saw that the meeting was happening now. And I was like, oh, awesome. I'll just no video and listen. And if it's my thing, I'll stay. And if it's not, I'll leave. And it was my thing. It was really cool. They were talking about the science of sound and vibration, and Dr. Masaru Emoto's study on water with prayer and music, and then like sound and the different sciences that can show sound, and the sand plates, and we did some chanting, I am and Om. So Saint Germain has shown up a lot lately, that's threes, right? And when something shows up in threes for me, I really pay attention. And so in that call, they talked a lot about how to use Saint Germain and the Violet Flame for protection, and so I've been calling him in for this trip, especially because I'm going to Mount Shasta, and apparently there's like a big deal about that there in Mount Shasta that I still have no idea what it is. Still TBD, to be learned. And so I'm calling all of that in and remembering, oh yeah, Om like helps regulate the nervous system just physically, vibrates the nerves in the body to help like, oh, I'm okay. And it's also calling in divine, And so I'm oming and drumming, and then I start chanting, Om, 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 I am home, because I am one with God, and God is nature, and I am in nature. I'm safe in nature, because I am home. Wherever I go, I am home. That was a really long way of sharing that story, but that was really, really powerful. And then I was fine the rest of the night. I didn't have any worries about, vampires or anything. One point there was a little scary noise outside the truck, like something skittering on the rocks, and I just had to keep reminding myself I am home, and repeating the prayer. I'm a daughter of God. I can experience no suffering. I can feel no pain. I cannot lose anything, and I cannot fail. I cannot fail what salvation asks of me. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am home. I am home. I am home. Yeah. So, having troubles with the fridge. It's more like a freezer. And early this morning, 5:45 actually, I had my sodas in there, my Zevia ginger ales, and two of them burst. And for a second, I thought it was like the tailgate for some reason, a light, because it sounded, and then trickles happened, like glass falling. And earlier I had noticed when I was setting up that one of the lights around the tailgate is flashing, the license plate. And so I don't know, like the fuse burst or something, but the light's not on. That doesn't make any sense. And it's like, oh, the fridge froze. And two bottles or cans burst. So that was fun. But I got to get up and watch, dawn. It was dark still when I got up, and watch the morning star Venus, like literally creating this line of light to cross, like the sun is right now. So bright Venus was. And then as, stars got less and less and light came, and I came and sat up on the beach and did my Course in Miracles and started some breath work and sun gazing as the sun came up. And Tonglen meditation, where you breathe in all of the pain and suffering of the world that you experience. You breathe that same into you, and then you breathe it out. And breathe out, love and light and peace and grace and compassion, healing, whatever. It's a really beautiful, powerful meditation. Every time I do it, I personally like the tension in my neck and back from driving all day yesterday, just softens and melts. So I'm doing this ceremony while smoking, and visually imagine breathing in all of the pain and suffering, and then exhaling and watching visually it all release. And then when I'm done smoking, the sun is still rising, and so I'm still breathing in all the pain and suffering and exhaling, and then excuse me. And then I call in the Reiki symbols, Choku-rei, and I make it in my mind right in front of me, and then I breathe it into the sun, and then I breathe it into me, and it like embodies my whole body, and it's like, ooh. And while my eyes are closed, because I've been sun gazing, I see this mushroom cloud with a line coming straight down, like a mushroom. And it's just like, this also is in like embodying me. And it feels, I know it's like the optical illusion of like my eyes looking at this bright light, and now its eyes are closed, and you see that in this color, in the optical illusion. But I believe everything is like, I am part of Earth, right? And my eyes are part of Earth, and everything is a symbol and a sign showing us who we are, reminding us who we are. And so this felt like this like divine cloud and a beam of light that was coming down onto me, blessing me in my body. And then we breathed, me and the sun, breathe this Choku-rei symbol to all sentient beings to alleviate all pain and suffering. And I went through specifics: mind, body, spirit, relationships, politics, environment, education system, all, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I went through, and each body system, and then I brought in the Seiheki, same way, blah, blah, blah. Breathe it into the sun, breathe it into me, we breathe it out to all sentient beings. Then Hanshan Shonen, same concept. And then I'm just sitting there and calling Ascended Master Jesus and Saint Germain of the Violet Flame to come and help with this, alleviating all sentient beings from pain and suffering and protect them with the Violet Flame. And now, instead of the mushroom cloud, I'm seeing an eye, straight. It looked a lot like the Incredibles eye. And I just felt like, yes, I am superhero. You know, because at recovering from religion, I share the concept that I like to think from Pam Grout's this book, I don't know, one of her books, where she likes to think of all human beings as God in drag. And where I do believe that God wanted to experience a Jenny experience, wanted to know what it was like to have a Jenny body with Jenny thoughts and Jenny emotions and Jenny relationships and Jenny experiences. I literally can't fail what salvation asks of me, because salvation asks me to be me. Like, that's it. And like, Jenny loves to do this weird hippie shit and imagine that I am healing all sentient beings from pain and suffering. And I wrote in my journal at the very end, because I'm a skeptic still, right? I'm still human. I have thoughts and judgments. But so I said, so if I believe that I have the power within my I am presence to alleviate all pain and suffering, and that I was calling in the power of the sun, S-U-N, and then in parentheses, S-O-N, then so be it. And then a smiley face. Because why the fuck not? That's me being me. That's me being a Jenny. And God needed a Jenny. So God created a Jenny. And so I am fulfilling my role in salvation by doing this. Now, does it actually really help? It helps me. It makes me feel good. And then I can show up a better whole person in the world and maybe reflect back to you what is possible for you to be you. That's my prayer. And so be it. Aho, sadhu, namaste, amen, and a little woman too. Mwah.